Hey guys, this is Mr. Perkins and welcome to Bathroom Biology. Today we're going to discuss your upcoming genetics project. So we're going to go into the technical details of it to make sure that you guys know how to set up and create the different diagrams that it's going to ask of you. We're only going to be doing simple monohybrid crosses. You guys have already been working with those, and those are simply those Punnett squares that you guys have been doing. Those are a monohybrid cross. Now, we're going to start off with talking about, let's say, my genetics. So I have red hair, okay? But both of my parents have brown hair. When we're talking about those genetics, brown hair is dominant and my red hair is recessive. Now, we know that hair inheritance is a little more complex, but for these lessons that are upcoming, we're just going to do monohybrid crosses for them. So for these monohybrid crosses, my parents' genotypes from their brown hair, which is their phenotype, could be capital B, or capital B, lowercase b. Now, there's not 100% chance that we can figure out which of their genotypes they are because we can only see their phenotype. So what I'm going to do is, and what you guys are all going to do, we're going to assume that all dominant traits are heterozygous. So when you guys are creating your own Punnett squares, you're going to assume that all of these traits are going to be heterozygous. So for my mom, we're going to say that she's a capital B, a lowercase b. And then for my dad, we'll say that he is a capital B, lowercase b also. So in this top square right here, I'm going to have capital B, capital B. In this square over here, I'm going to have a capital B and a lowercase b. This square down here, I'm going to have a capital B and a lowercase b. And in this square down here, I'm going to have a lowercase b, lowercase b. So, in today's lesson, we're going to talk about those genotypic and phenotypic ratios. So if you look down here, I have given you guys the definitions for those and kind of like a cheat sheet on how to make sure that you understand what those things mean. When we're talking about genotypic ratios, those are the letters represented within this Punnett square. So if I'm looking, I see this one right here, which is a capital B, capital B. There's no other square that looks like that. Then I see a lowercase b, lowercase b. There's no other square that looks like that one. But then I have capital B, lowercase b, and I have two squares that look like that. When you're writing a genotypic ratio, there's going to be three numbers. All of those numbers are then going to add up to 4. So it goes homozygous dominant, which if I'm looking, two capital B's are homozygous dominant. So there's one of those, to heterozygous, which is capital B, lowercase b, and there's two squares that have those. And then there's lowercase b, and there's one square that has that. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 equals 4. So I did this correctly because there are 4 squares. Now with your phenotypic ratio, those are the observable traits. So these letters within those squares all tell us what type of trait it will have. So capital B, lowercase b means that it's going to have the dominant trait. Capital B, lowercase b means that it's going to have the dominant trait. Lowercase b means that that's going to have the recessive trait. Now, what I typically do for this is I know that these two would be homozygous, dominant, and heterozygous. So I add those two up together. That gives me 3, and then I just take this one down because that's my only recessive one. So my phenotypic ratio would then be 3 to 1. There's the potential that 3 of these boxes would have the dominant trait and 1 box would have the recessive trait. That's me. Now when we're doing the percent likelihood, there is a 75% chance that that individual would have black or brown hair. There's a 25% chance that it would have red or blonde. So basically, you are then taking these ratios and then turning them into those percent chances. So for example, right now we're kind of talking about the make a perfect baby. If you're doing the genetics family tree, that's where you're going to be doing the percent likelihood. If you're doing the perfect baby, you're going to tell me the percent likelihood that that trait of yours could be passed on. If you're doing the genetics family tree, you're talking about the percent likelihood of that trait actually occurring. So for me, the percent chance of that trait happening in myself was 25% out of 100%. So that would be my percent likelihood of that trait being seen. If you guys need help, please contact Miss Cousins or myself. We're going to be around to help you guys this week. Hopefully this video helped you.